Hey guys, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Doug here with PFC Brewing. How you doing this week? I am drinking on my brown ale, brown porter. So, I got some good news. The results came in on my National Homebrew Convention contest that I got into. So, just to recap, I entered into 4 different categories. English porter, American porter. I put this particular beer into those categories, which will be Doug's Brown Down Ale. Also put in my pale ale and my oatmeal stout. Just to start off, the English porter and the American porter, I got those 2 right here. The results are right here. I didn't do very well in the American porter category, basically because that beer did not fit the style. So, lesson to be learned. 1, make sure the beer fits the style of the category that you put into it. I did get some good comments on this, so some things I can work on. One person suggested maybe I had the fermentation temperatures up a little too high, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that, and a little bit of oxidation in there. They also may mention that it kind of tasted like it was like an older beer, which is the truth because it has been aged, because it was like September or October whenever I brewed that guy up. So 25.7 in the American ale or American porter category. Got a 32.5 in the British porter category. One of the, let's see here, certified judges in there basically kind of dinged me for my low head retention, light acidity and finish, just a little bit of harshness. Yeast character overwhelms malt. Watch fermentation temperatures. Cut down on esters. Low acidity. Check sanitation. CO2 low. Recipe seems solid. Just fix the flaws. So with that score, it got it very good. So I didn't do too bad with that. I will say I really wasn't pleased with this beer when it came out. I'm drinking it, obviously. I think it's a good beer, but it's not the best example of what I've brewed before. So a lot of that may be just the long lull that I had in between brewing, and you tend to forget little things here and there. Okay, so let's move on. Keep this moving pretty quick here. We'll go to the pale ale. That guy got a little bit higher. He got a 33. It was a little bit, got dinged for a little bit of low carb and different things like that. And really interesting is Stan Hieronymus, the guy that wrote the book For the Love of Hops. He judged this beer, which is pretty good. So Stan gave me a 9 out of 12. Fruity hop character. Touch of stone fruit, a bit juicy, and he wrote very good. Low carbonation, great clarity, beautiful. I got a 2 out of 3. For the flavor, I got a 13 out of 20. All the parts are here. Excellent malt base without being obtrusive. Could use more bitterness. So basically I probably need to add in some more bittering hops with that. It's good to see that somebody that actually wrote a book on this actually enjoyed one of my beers, which is, it's a pretty good feeling for me. I'm really stoked about that. So last but not least is my oatmeal stout. Little caveat about this beer was, one, when I tasted it, wasn't my typical oatmeal stout. It was, I thought it was a little sweeter than normal, and I knew it was going to be a little sweeter than normal because it did not finish out down to its normal range, which, you know, that stuff happens every once in a while. But I was just a little bit displeased with flavoring. I still bottled it up and shipped it off. I just wanted to get some good feedback and see what I could get on this. This beer actually scored the highest out of all my beers. The one I didn't think would score the highest did. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that bad boy got a 41. Also, it says this beer advanced to the mini best of show round. So my buddy explained to me that basically they took the best beers that they thought of, all the judges. They picked out the best beers and they put it into a round, and then the judges chose which rounds made it to the finals. That's what he thinks it was. That's what they did with the pale ales and different things like that. So it makes me feel really good. I mean, it just really does make me feel really good. So first judge ended up giving me a 43 on this beer. A couple of comments on here was that it had a great balance. Had a smooth mouthfeel. And then the one comment that he did make was it had more than a usual amount of residual sweetness. But he still gave me pretty good scores. He checked the box for I would pay money for this beer. Checked the box for please send me the recipe. So I did pretty good with that. The certified judge, he wrote down here on his comments, great aroma, fairly sweet flavor. This is a good oatmeal stout. He's a little, it is a little too sweet for the style. He said he would drink a pint of this beer. So he ended up giving me a 39. Overall, the 41, I was very pleased with that score. I didn't think I'd get that high on this one. I agree with them. It is a sweet beer. But it is what it is. You have your beers, sometimes they just don't come out like you want them to. So a 41 fits into the excellent category of 38 to 44. Exemplifies style well, requires minor tuning. So yeah, I just only wonder if I make those minor tunings if I get the same score. But you never know. So after many takes, I'm out of beer, but that is all I have for this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys have a good, happy Homebrew Wednesday like I usually do. I really appreciate all the comments that you guys leave. I appreciate all my new subscribers. I've gained quite a few. I'm up to like 326. I really appreciate this community. It's a wonderful place. Stuff like this, these comments on there would never happen without the community. I learned so much from the community. So cheers, guys. Have a happy Homebrew Wednesday. Take care.